Hi everyone, I'm Gridlock Cosplay. Let me show you something that I've learned. When I've created costumes, I've sometimes needed to fill a gap between two pieces, but maintain a specific distance and also have them be able to come apart. Now, Velcro I've used before, had a lot of failures with Velcro. So what I come up with here is a way to insert magnets into foam so that the two pieces snap together. Let me show you. First, we have our piece of foam, and your length doesn't matter. You actually want something that is bigger than the space you actually need to fill. And the first thing we're going to do is cut it. Now, in the past, what I've done is I've cut it at a very specific distance, like 1 inch, and then gone, but it doesn't really matter. The important part is that you get a nice straight line. I mean, you could do it diagonally as well, depending on where your stress points are, your stress direction. I'm going to cut this just like that. Two nice pieces. Now I just keep them together, so keep them oriented so I know which one's which. I'm just going to put this one off to the side a bit. Now, what we're going to need for this are some rare earth magnets. You can get these online. You can get them at some shops like Princess Auto. That's where I got these ones. In fact, I bought lots and lots of these when they go on sale. And so what I've got, also you need your knife, of course, and a rotary tool. Now with this, I've got a bit in here that is about the same size as the magnet, okay? And it doesn't really, you don't want it to be bigger. Smaller is okay. And what we're going to do is put a hole in here and make it a little bit bigger just so that it fits. Other thing we need is a hot glue gun. All right, let's start with this. Okay. So I've made the hole a little bit bigger to make sure that it is the right size for the magnet. There's a little bit of dimple in there. I'd like to try to get that out. Just like that. Just pull a little bit of it out so that it doesn't get in the way. I should have turned on my glue gun. By the way, if you see these, a wireless glue gun, so good. Get them. In fact, you might not be able to find them because the next time they go on sale, I'm buying all of them. They're really quick to heat up, but in the middle of a video, it sometimes takes longer than you want to wait for. Now, part of this technique does require a metal surface. I like to use this ruler because what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of glue in, put the magnet in, put some more glue on top, and then basically let it magnetize itself to the metal. And what this does is it rapidly cools the hot glue on a flat surface, and that'll give you a nice flat profile for the magnet. Now, obviously, for both sides, you have to make sure that the magnets are lined up. I'll show you how to do that easily in just a second here. Okay. So actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the second hole in first. Okay. All right, let's start by putting one magnet in. The way I like to do this is I get one magnet, I put it on the edge of the knife, like so. Put the bit of glue in. And then slide the magnet in. Push it right against, hold it in. Maybe twist the knife a little bit just to make sure that the hot glue is not stuck onto the knife. And there you go. You have the magnet inside the foam exactly on the surface. I'm going to do that again for the second magnet. Just make sure that I have it the right way. Right. It took me several times to figure out how to do that just properly. So don't be discouraged if it doesn't go exactly perfectly the first time. So now that we've got the magnets in there, we need to put another layer of glue over top of them. This is where my ruler is going to come into play because I just put the glue on generously. And then before it cools, get the metal surface, like so. And I'm pushing it on. It does dry fairly quickly, but don't rush it, okay? You want to make sure that it's cool on the other side before you attempt to take it off so that the glue has a chance to set. And once it does, because it's a shiny metal, it does come off fairly well, because if you're experienced with hot glue at all, you know that it doesn't stick to metal very well. Okay, here we go. Just like that. Okay. Especially if I need to have it clean here, which sometimes it's internally, doesn't really matter. You can just shave that bit of glue off. Just like that. So now we have magnets under hot glue with a little bit of excess over there to keep it contained inside the foam. Now we got to do the other side. It's the same thing with one important little step here. What I like to do first is I take my magnets and snap them on to make sure that the polarity is correct, because you don't want to have your two pieces with the magnets the wrong way. Okay, so we put the two magnets on there. I'm going to line them up as best as I can to where they are. Heat gun. I need my heat gun. This just makes it a little bit easier. So these two pieces are going to go together like that. Actually, it's reversed that way. I heat this side just a little bit. That'll make the foam slightly impressionable. Line the pieces up and just squeeze them together a bit. What this does is it makes impressions on where the holes need to be so that the magnets will line up exactly properly. Now, to make sure that we line them up properly, we're going to put some glue in there, grab this magnet like this. So now we know you can put it down that way. There it is. And now we have the two pieces that go together almost seamlessly. I mean, obviously there is a seam there, but considering that they come apart, that is how to make two pieces of foam stick together, lined up by magnets. Now, obviously, if you have a longer surface or if you need a more powerful connection, just add one or two more holes in there so you get a stronger hold. Once you've gotten your magnets put together and you need to have a very specific length, that's when you want to cut the length of your foam. You want to make sure that you do it after you do your magnets, just in case there's more of a gap here than you intended, and it just makes your measurement more exact. So, easily enough, you come here. If I need it for exactly 9 inches, I mean, you can center it if you'd like to, but in this case, if I just need 9 inches, mark it and cut it. And there we have exactly a 9-inch piece of foam that is detachable.